Vice President Dick Cheney made headlines around the world last week when he admitted to direct involvement in approving the use of CIA torture. In an interview with ABC News, Cheney was questioned about the treatment of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was waterboarded over 100 times in U.S. custody.
Did you authorize the tactics that were used against Khalid Sheikh Mohammed?
I was aware of the program, certainly, and involved in helping get the process cleared. That is, the agency, in effect, came in and wanted to know what they could and couldn't do. And they talked to me as well as others to explain what they wanted to do, and I supported it. There was a period of time there 3 or 4 years ago when about half of everything we knew about al-Qaeda came from that one source. So it's been a remarkably successful effort. I think the results speak for themselves.
In hindsight, do you think any of those tactics that were used against Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and others went too far?
I don't.
And on KSM, one of those tactics, of course, widely reported was waterboarding, and that seems to be a tactic we no longer use. Even that, you think, was appropriate?
I do.
On Sunday, Vice President Cheney appeared on Fox News and once again defended the Bush administration's actions.
When you get into use of force in wartime, means collecting intelligence. And therefore, I think you're fully justified in setting up a terror surveillance program to be able to intercept the communications of people who are communicating with terrorists outside the United States. I think you can have a robust interrogation program with respect to high-value detainees. Now, those are all steps we took that I believe the President was fully authorized in taking and provided invaluable intelligence, which has been the key to our ability to defeat al-Qaeda over these last 7 years.
This is at the core of the controversies that I want to get to with you in a moment. If the President, during war, decides to do something to protect the country, is it legal?
In general proposition, I'd say yes. You need to be more specific than that. I mean, but clearly, when you take the oath of office on January 20th of 2001, as we did, and you take the oath to support and defend and protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, there's no question about what your responsibilities are in that regard. And again, I think that there are bound to be debates and arguments from time to time and wrestling back and forth about what kind of authority is appropriate in any specific circumstance. But I think that what we've done has been totally consistent with what the Constitution provides for.
Cheney's comments come 1 week after a bipartisan Senate report accused former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld and other top Bush administration officials of being directly responsible for the abuse and torture of Guantanamo and other U.S. prisons. The report says, quote, "The abuse of detainees in U.S. custody cannot simply be attributed to the actions of a few bad apples acting on their own. The fact is that senior officials in the United States government solicited information on how to use aggressive techniques, redefined the law to create the appearance of their legality, and authorized their use against detainees." The report was released by Democratic Senator Carl Levin and Republican John McCain of the Senate Armed Forces Committee. It was based on
said one of his biggest regrets was the Abu Ghraib prison scandal, which unleashed a wave of global condemnation against the United States when images of abused prisoners surfaced in 2004.
Abu Ghraib was and admittedly, you know, I wasn't there on the site, but I was the commander-in-chief of a military where, you know, these disgraceful acts took place that sent the absolute wrong image about America.